Jay-Z finally responds. Republicans honor Derek Chauvin, and Denzel just reminded everybody what a real GOAT status looks like. We gonna get into it. Let's get it! Welcome. First of all, welcome. This is Unsolicited Perspectives. I am your host, Bruce Anthony, here to lead the conversation in important events and topics that are shaping today's society. Join the conversation and follow us wherever you get your audio podcasts. Subscribe to our YouTube channel for our video podcast, YouTube exclusive content, and our YouTube membership. Rate, review, like, comment, share. Share with your friends, share with your family. Hell, even share with your enemies. On today's episode, it's a sibling happy hour. I'm here with my sis, Jay Andrea. We're going to be talking Jay-Z, Minnesota GOP, and top fives GOATs. But that's enough of the intro. Let's get to the show. What up, sis?
What up, brother?
I can't call it. You know, before we get into talking about Jay-Z at the Roots picnic, and for something that's right up the road, I don't know why I've never gone to the Roots picnic. I heard it's a really good time, and I probably need to experience that before I take my final breath.
Yeah, I've always wanted to go as well. So if you go, I'd like to go too.
All right, let's go next year. Let's do it next year.
Done.
Also, by the way, Project PETA, I sent you something, but you don't check your DMs, even though you promised me on Monday that you was going to go through them.
I did, and I have so many, and I have not checked them. I also have not checked all my text messages either.
You weren't that busy.
Yeah, but I have not looked at my phone.
Anyway, Project PETA is going to be here in July.
July is a very busy month for me.
I'm just saying, he's going to be in Richmond. He's going to be in Richmond, and he's going to be here in D.C. I'm going. I might even buy the backstage passes for the meet and greet.
I love Project PETA.
Project PETA. Check
you attract them dime pieces.
Getting older sucks.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Nothing about my bed has changed. My pillows are the same. My mattress, the foundation is the same. And my mattress is one of those mattresses that don't get lumpy. Like, it's not going to lose its form, right? So it's not a matter of me having an old mattress and it's losing its form. The pillows are the same. They're the same as the mattress, right? They're not going to lose their form. How I stack the pillows hasn't changed. Nothing has changed. But damn it if my neck doesn't hurt. And damn it if I can't get comfortable getting in that bed. The other day, my spread, bed sheets, nothing has changed. Why else all of a sudden it feels like I'm sleeping on a weighted blanket?
Yeah. Well, how old is your mattress?
I got it, it's probably 6 years old.
It's time to change it.
Not what I spent for this. Not what I spent for this mattress. I'll flip it before I switch it.
I don't remember if it's 5 or 10 years, but like one of those, you're either coming up on it's time to change it, and also your body was different 6 years ago than it is now. So what might be the right mattress for you 6 years ago might not be the mattress for you right now. You might need some extra posturepedics.
What the hell are you trying to say? That my body is different from it was 6 years ago?
You are 6 years older.
Oh,
no.
Okay. All right.
You're 6 years older.
I am 30 pounds heavier too.
Okay, so then why are you trying to act like I'm saying something?
Cause I don't want to be called fat. One of our friends, our mutual friends that we've known for, God, over 20 years now, pulled me aside one time and was like, "Why do you always call yourself fat? You are nowhere close to fat." No. And I was like, dysmorphia. I got body dysmorphia. No matter what.
And that's real.
Yeah. I was like, no matter what, I'm always fat. To me, no matter what, I always have man titties. Always.
Yeah. And that's absolutely never been true.
Actually, it is. I got the Rock boobs before the Rock got surgery. A lot of people don't know about this. When the Rock was a professional wrestler, men sometimes have excess fat in their like nipple area. and
Yeah.
there's nothing that you could do, right? It's just genetic. No matter how much you lift, there's just always going to be excess fat. He
Mhm.
got tired of it
Yeah.
and he had surgery, basically breast reduction surgery or the male equivalent.
Yeah.
That's the reason why his
That's
chest
what
is
it's
flat.
called.
Yeah, that's the reason
Yeah.
why his chest is flat and shaped now. But
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen, if you don't believe me, go back to the early days of the Rock wrestling and you'll see that he had man boobs. So I got that. So maybe I'll get the breast reduction.
I think you are not a good judge of that because of the dysmorphia. But body dysmorphia is a real thing. Like, as I was first starting to lose weight, like, I'm watching the scale go down.
Mm-hmm.
I see that my clothes are no longer fitting, and my drawers is falling down and all kind of stuff.
That
But
draw
when I
follow
look
down story feels hilarious to me. It'll never not be hilarious.
But when I look in the mirror, I saw the exact same person. And even now, I still, 100 pounds down, I still see the same person. And it's not until I look at actually episodes, early episodes
Mm-hmm.
before my weight loss that I'm like, oh, no, girl, you look very different. But like,
But
like,
like all you do is see the old you.
all I do is see the old me. And
Yeah.
I was really struggling with it. Now I know to not trust my own eyes to a
Mm-hmm.
certain extent. But yeah, I was really struggling with it in the early stages of like, everybody keeps telling me I look different, but I see the same person. And I wasn't even doing it to change my appearance. I lost the weight to get healthier.
Right.
But it's just like, still, you kind of in the back of your mind expect to see some difference. And then when you look in the mirror, you don't see it because your mind is playing tricks on you. It is
Yeah.
rough. It is very rough.
That's a good point. Watching the show, because I don't know what episode this is, 320, 321. We up there, right?
Yeah.
Going through, because I get on my YouTube page, and of course, I'm personally subscribed to our podcast YouTube page.
Same. Yeah.
It'll pop up in a video show, and I'll be like, oh, okay. Like I could see my face being thinner. Oh, Jay's head was really big, looked like the size of two basketballs, and now it only looks like a basketball and a half.
Well, it looked like a basketball. I wouldn't say two.
It was close.
No. No. And now I would say it does not look like a basketball.
Right. It does not look like a basketball. You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
It looks like a football.
Yes.
Anyway,
That I'll agree with.
Speaking of, heads and hairstyles, Jay-Z came out with a full fro for his freestyle. Now, have you watched the video of his freestyle and his appearance at the Roots picnic?
No, but I did see a video of Beyonce jamming out to him. So I just love when your spouse is your biggest fan. So there, yeah.
I mean, that's the way it actually should be, ladies and gentlemen. If
Yes.
your biggest cheerleader is not your partner, key word there, it ain't your man, it ain't your woman. I mean, it is. It's your partner.
It's your partner. Yes.
It's your partner. If they not your biggest cheerleader, you need to
What
cut
are you
them.
doing?
Right.
What are you doing?
But
yeah.
Jay-Z was at the Roots picnic. It happened on May 30th in Philadelphia. It marked his first headline show in more than 5 years. And for context, he broke 6 years of solo concert silence. This wasn't a random show. He has a Yankee Stadium dates coming in July for his 30th anniversary for Reasonable Doubt and the Blueprint. So this was an official announcement that Hove is back in full. And he showed, like I said earlier, his full afro. But the most important thing, more important than him coming out and performing the first time in 5 to 6 years, is that he finally took shots. If you are a fan of Hove, that's Jay-Z's nickname.
Yes.
Young Hove. Well, he ain't young no more. He's 56 years old.
Right.
If you are a fan of Hove, you know there's been plenty of people over the years that have been taking shots at him. I'm only going to focus on 3 of them. Dame Dash, his former partner, and 1/3 of the members that started Rockefeller.
Mm-hmm.
Jaguar Wright, who we talked about on this show.
Who is, listen, everybody, She's a mess.
A
So.
mess. And recently on his latest album, Drake. Now the Drake shot wasn't a hateful shot.
Mhm.
It was, I'm coming for the top spot, which is a competitor shot.
Yeah.
But Jay was still like, you know what? Since I'm giving it to everybody, I'm going to give it to everybody. So one of the first things that Jay-Z did was have this sign called Chatty Patty, and that was referring to Dame Dash. And he also, in the freestyle, said something about the teeth falling out. That was also in reference to Dame Dash. Now, Dame Dash, the reason why he's coming after Dame Dash is because Rockefeller broke up, I want to say 20 plus years ago.
Yes.
Dame Dash has not kept Jay-Z out of his mouth. Jay-Z has stayed in his mouth.
Well, Jay, let's be honest, Jay is his claim to fame. Like, Dame was not, it was a celebrity, honestly, by association. Dame is not an artist himself.
Right.
So without an artist to kind of carry him along, it's kind of like, why should we care about Dame Dash?
He is a successful entrepreneur. He has started several businesses that have gone on and make millions. He is an entrepreneur. In his words,
A lot
he
of
is a
people are
boss.
entrepreneurs.
This is true. He's a multi-million-dollar successful entrepreneur. He also is broke and his teeth fell out, but then he fixed his teeth and he's been throwing shots at Jay for years. 4 years. And he threw more shots at Jay. When they asked him about the freestyle and what Jay-Z said about him, Dame Dash was like, I don't know. He must be broke. He must be broke. That's the reason why he's talking about me. You know, I never expected.
Let's be very, very clear.
Right.
Jay-Z on his own, he's fine for money.
Yeah.
But let's not forget that he has a partner who is, I believe she is a billionaire.
If not a billionaire, extremely close.
Yes. And together, definitely they are.
Well, he isn't just 1 billion. He's a multi-billionaire.
Yeah. So they're fine, Dame. Like, I think if anybody should be taking shots of like, oh, you sound broke, it shouldn't be you. Like, it shouldn't, people in glass houses, right? Should not throw stones. So you might want to pick another lane. I mean, that's not really the lane I think you want to travel in, my guy.
Especially when he's had money problems.
That's what I'm talking about.
He's had money problems recently. And then he tried to say that the whole freestyle was whack. And this is what I will say about him saying it was whack. There has been that sentiment with the younger generation. And when I say younger generation, if you are 25, a lot of these young kids don't know about Jay-Z in his prime. And to me, Jay-Z in his prime ends probably around Blueprint 3, and I think that's being generous, even though he came back with American Gangster, which I love that album. So when you think about Blueprint 3, that's like what? Well, Blueprint 2, I think, was 2002. Blueprint 3 was maybe 2004. I mean, if somebody was born in 2004, they're 22. They're 21 and 22 right now. So they have no conceptual idea about Jay-Z the rapper. And so some of the young folks is just like, that's weird that he's trying to be young. And I'm like, there was nothing about Jay-Z out there trying to be young.
Blueprint 3, 2009, Blueprint 2, 2002.
All right, then I'm not even, so is Blueprint 2 is his last great album, because I remember being disappointed with Blueprint 3 as a total project. But
well, I'm gonna push back on that. And the Black Album was 2003.
Okay, you're right. Black Album.
I would say that was the last album that I would.
Yes, you're right. You're right. I forgot about the Black Album. My bad, ladies and gentlemen. But he wasn't done with he wasn't done with just Dame Dash. Jaguar Wright. So Jaguar Wright is a Philly-born neo-soul singer connected to the Roots Circle. She gained attention during the pandemic for making unverified allegations about major celebrities and music executives. She specifically targeted Jay-Z and Beyonce, including a 2024 Piers Morgan interview where she made serious accusations. I'm not going to get into those accusations.
Yeah.
Jay and Beyonce's lawyers contacted Piers Morgan, and Morgan publicly apologized and removed the footage because they were false allegations, right?
Yes. Yes.
So Jay-Z addressed her in just one line. And he said, Quest introduced me to Jaguar, being Questlove from the Roots. I don't even know why I still F with him. So he was basically saying, my boy introduced me to Jaguar.
Yeah.
Why is it that I still mess with you?
Well, I feel like back in the day, sis was not as, in my unprofessional opinion, mentally ill as she is now. And I also think it's a little bit of like she got some cobwebs in the attic, but I also think sis got to make money.
No, well, yeah, there's
and
that
so
too.
she's willing to say incendiary things in order to book these appearances and make some money. So, but yeah, Quest probably ain't no. And honestly, I haven't seen too many interactions with him and Jaguar Wright.
And I don't think she says anything bad about Quest or the Roots.
Yeah.
Maybe about other people. And then there's Drake. And Drake took shots at Jay-Z on his new album, Iceman, which is great, by the way. Y'all need to go check that out and listen to that. Iceman, he put out 3 of them. I've only really been focusing on Iceman because there's so much music to consume, but it's in steady rotation.
I've not listened to any of them. So you
were almost going to be listening to some of it Saturday when y'all dropped me off at the train station, but I had to play Dreams of the Ghetto. Anyway, Drake especially took shots on this song, Janice, where he used the phrase, the jig is up. That's, Jigga. That's another one.
Jigga Man. Yeah,
Jigga Man. The jig is up. We got up 10. That's what Jay-Z said in his diss track, referring to charts and legacy and ownership. And the hardest hitting bar was, them people got your publishing, gangster.
Yeah.
Meaning that Jay-Z owns all of his publishing. He owns his masters, and Drake does not.
Yeah.
So that's that was Jay-Z taking shots, and he rarely does it. And it's
rare, very rare. I feel like the last good time we heard it was like between him and Nas, and that I don't think he won that. So,
I don't know that he did not win it.
I don't know.
I've always argued with people about that because I feel like the Takeover was so dope. He won that in just a verse, where it took a whole song for Nas to come and get it. Like Takeover.
That was a good song.
It is, but Jay-Z to me got him when he was like, that's a one hot album every 10-year average. That's so lame. I mean, but everybody says Nas won, so
it's tried in the court of public opinion, so you gotta go with the majority essentially.
But anyway, Jay-Z took his shots. But you got any
good
more?
For him.
I'm happy that he did. I feel like you got to take shots every once in a while. You can't keep letting people slide.
Right. And I feel like he is at a point in his life and in his career where it's like, you can't tell that man nothing.
No, you can't.
That's a grown man. That's a rich man. He got a whole adorable family and living his life. He's doing music again because he wants to, not because he has to. Dame, he's out here. I feel like this is like him enjoying himself. Combed out the locks, which I'm surprised about. But, the hair is blowing in the breeze. I saw it. Okay. All right. I feel like this is just his era to have a little bit of fun and to do whatever he wants to do.
Yeah.
He don't have to retire if he doesn't want to.
I mean, he's retired. He's just kind of just doing a commemorative. Thank you.
Yep.
For some strange reason, couldn't say that word. Anniversary of Reasonable Doubt and The Blueprint. So,
okay.
Yeah. But Jay.
Yeah.
Here's the uncomfortable part people don't want to talk about. Legacy does not mean silence. Sometimes people confuse being above the noise with being unable to respond. Jay-Z has spent years letting other people talk, speculate, accuse, rewrite history, and build whole content careers off of his name.
Mm-hmm.
And then he steps on stage for a few minutes and reminds everybody there's a difference between being quiet and being done. That's the thing about legacy. When you really have one, you don't have to respond to every shot. You just have to respond at the right time, in the right room, with the right line. And whether it's Dame, Jaguar Wright, or Drake, the message was the same. Everybody could talk about ownership, loyalty, legacy, and power, but Hov is still one of the few people in hip-hop who actually turned those words into infrastructure. And that's Jay-Z, ladies and gentlemen. But now, speaking of people trying to rewrite history, let's move from hip-hop legacy to political disrespect, because what happened in Minnesota was not just weird, it was very, very intentional. And we're going to get into that next. Jay, the Minnesota GOP held a moment of silence for Derek Chauvin. And I need everybody to understand how weird that sentence is before we even discuss the details.
The hell for?
So, at the Minnesota Republican Party endorsement convention, delegates approved a moment of silence for Derek, the former Minneapolis police officer convicted of murdering George Floyd. The request came just days after the 6th anniversary of Floyd's death, making the timing especially controversial. Now, Delegate Christopher Rocco proposed the moment of silence. The convention chair, Danny Nadeau, advised against it. The motion was put to a voice vote anyway, and the delegates approved by a loud aye. And then they conducted a 10-second moment of silence. Why is this so disgusting? It's because they immoralized a police officer that killed an innocent man. He was convicted of murdering George Floyd. He was convicted of violating Floyd's civil rights. He is serving more than 22 years in prison. He's currently housed in a federal prison in Texas, and appeals have been largely unsuccessful. Now, Jay, I'm sure that you didn't hear about this because it literally just happened yesterday or the day before. And I know you be in the mix and you don't even be checking your DMs, so you probably hadn't heard about this. But when you read the rundown and you was like, what the hell?
Yeah.
What was the overwhelming feeling that you got?
Y'all need help. Like, for real. Y'all need help. These are the same people that tell you, oh, slavery was so long ago. Enslavement was so long ago. Civil rights, all of those so long ago. Get over it. Pull yourself up by your boot. And y'all will hang on to things. It will be the hill you die on because you are so hateful and so racist. Y'all cannot stand that Derek Chauvin was rightly convicted of murdering George Floyd. We all saw the video. We saw what happened. He murdered that man, and he's in prison for it. Why are you holding a moment of silence, number one, for someone who's still alive and who was convicted by a jury of his peers for murder? There's something deeply, deeply wrong with y'all. Like, I don't know what it is, but there is something just inherently wrong with y'all.
Well, I think I can explain it. I don't understand why, but I think I can explain it. Does that make sense? I think I can explain why they're doing this.
Yeah.
or why
I
they
can
did this.
explain nonsense.
Yeah.
That don't
So
mean it's not nonsense.
some of the things that are coming out of conservatives and a lot of these politicians in Tennessee
Mhm.
was that Derek was railroaded and in the whole process, right? Even the governor candidate, Kendall Quills, was like, yo, I'm distancing myself from this. Like, I don't agree with this moment of silence. But then at the same time, come out of breath. But we do think that he was treated unfair and didn't get a fair trial. People like Ben Shapiro, Donald Trump has even discussed the possibility of giving him a federal pardon. And it's because there was such an outpouring of a Black life.
Yeah.
That's what it was. It was an outpouring of Black life, and those in power constantly threatened by Black life. We're like,
Yeah.
well, no. Why is that Black life more important than the white life? Because this white police officer, we saw, we
Right.
watched it on video.
Yes,
We
yes.
watched the whole video.
Yeah.
That's the reason why it became a big deal
Yeah.
of this. And they still try to say, well, he was on drugs, this and that. No, my man killed him. Derek
Yes.
killed George Floyd.
Period. And it's not just about there was emphasis on Black life. First of all, we say Black Lives Matter because in this country, systemically, they don't. But not only that, George Floyd, in their mind, wasn't even a Black life worthy of mattering. And so, because we were all so vocal about making sure that his life did matter, that people knew his life mattered, that he was a human being with a family and friends and people who loved him, and he did not deserve what happened to him in any way, shape, or form, regardless of how you feel about how he lived his life, who gives a damn? That does not mean that he was less worthy of having a life. And it is the fact that we are saying that life, regardless of how you feel about him and how he lived or whatever, was worthy of being lived. And it was taken away by Derek Chauvin. And he deserves to be punished for that, serve the time commiserate with the extent of his crime. And that's what's killing them the most, because they will always find, when it's a Black victim, a mugshot or some, photo that is not flattering, because they want to present that image of this is a life that doesn't matter. And so whatever happens to this person, we shouldn't care. And because we push back on that, that's what they, and well, nobody won, but succeeded in finding this person guilty and sentencing him to prison. Damn, boy, can't handle it.
Well, justice won, and they're just not used to justice happening for Black folks. And
right, because they don't believe justice is meant for us.
True. I want to explain to everybody who is apathetic. Is that the word I want?
Sure.
Yeah, apathetic to this whole thing. Like, oh, yeah, I can understand how that's a little messed up, but it doesn't affect my day to day. What if people start
not empathetic, apathetic?
Yeah, that's what I said, apathetic.
Oh, okay. I thought you said empathetic. Never mind.
No, I know empathetic.
Yeah.
I know what that is, apathetic. I just wanted to know if I used that word right. But yeah, apathetic. What if we were celebrating Charlie Kirk's murderer? What if we were celebrating the what's his name, Luigi, the guy that killed the healthcare?
Yeah,
CEO?
United Healthcare CEO. Yeah.
And before people said, but people were celebrating, and I'm just as disgusted at them as I am at these GOP people. Wrong is wrong.
It was civilians, not elected officials, doing this in an official capacity.
Right. And elected officials should be held at a higher standard than normal people. But regardless, it's all trash.
Yes.
So don't jump on here or jump in the comments and say, what about, I already acknowledged that. And I'm saying that's trash too. But the same anger that you have towards them are the same anger that you should have to these elected officials. And that's the point I'm trying to make.
Yeah. And honestly, if you jump into the comments in defense of these folks, you're racist. I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, you're racist.
Yeah.
That's it. I don't have no other notes.
And I feel bad for the George Floyd family because, like, they can't get out the news. This controversy reflects how George Floyd's death remains one of the most politically and cultural divisive events in modern American history, even 6 years later. And this is the reason why we are upset at Tony Hinchcliffe killed Tony for the George Floyd joke at the Kevin Hart roast, and upset at Kevin Hart for not standing on business and trying to scapegoat the whole thing as just comedy.
Yeah.
It's a situation where you're not respecting Black lives. That's the reason why we say Black Lives Matter. I can't give it to you any better than that. I can't give you any better example than that. Here it is. Them not giving a moment of silence for George Floyd, who was the victim.
Right.
They gave it to the criminal, a convicted criminal, a man serving time in federal prison. What more do you need? What more proof do you need that
if he was so innocent, he would, if y'all are saying the justice system works, if he was so innocent, he'd be free. Even if, let's just go with the fact that you say he got an unfair trial. He's had appeals.
Unsuccessful, hugely unsuccessful appeals.
Still locked up. So.
Locked up.
They won't let him out. Okay. They're not gonna let him out. He doesn't deserve to be out. He's a murderer. He's a murderer. And that's just the end of that. And so y'all are deeply weird. Deeply weird. And there is something inherently wrong with you.
But here, let's be clear on this. Yes. Inherently, something is wrong with these elected officials that want to do a moment of silence. At the same time, I'm not letting Kevin Hart off the hook again for the second week in a row.
No.
Because this is the ish that we are talking about. When they minimize a Black life, this man died 6 years ago. This was the anniversary of his death. And these motherfathers decided to give a moment of silence to his killer.
Mm-hmm.
That George Floyd joke is not solely about comedy because it means more culturally and to society, not just Black society, to American society, than being funny.
Mm-hmm.
I don't agree with the Charlie Kirk joke. I'm not a fan of Charlie Kirk's politics. Don't think that he should have been murdered. Don't like the jokes. And I don't like him. But I don't like the jokes. Right. So if you're standing up there and you're trying to give a pass to kill Tony, these GOP lawmakers, and Kevin Hart, you need to take a good long look at who you are as a person, especially if you consider yourself a Christian. Because I know there's a lot of them Christians out there that is right on, like, he was on drugs, especially you people who love reading the Old Testament. You got to read them red lines as well.
The red text.
Ones, the red text as well. You got to read that too.
Because damn, I feel like love thy neighbor is not clicking with y'all.
No.
At all.
No. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, I got animated, but this, when I read about this, it really pissed me off because I'm like, I've been through this before where they just don't respect Black life. You know, I'm in DC. There was a time probably about 10 years ago, I used to always read the crime reports because I was just interested. I don't know why. It was just one of my fixations for that particular time.
Mm-hmm.
And I did. I really took a really hard look at how they present Black criminals and white criminals.
Mm-hmm.
And it's completely different. Even the
Yeah.
killers for Charlie Kirk and Luigi, when they gave their mug shots, it wasn't, or when they flashed their picture on the news, it wasn't something that would make them look like be in a bad light.
You're right.
Right? It was a college graduate, even Dylan Roof, it was a college graduation, or it was something in the community, or they had regular clothes on. But anytime they show somebody black, even George Floyd, who was killed, they pulled up his mugshots.
Yeah.
The victim.
They will dig and search for a way to invalidate Black life. They will find a way. Hell, Trayvon Martin was 16 years old when he was murdered by George Zimmerman. And they tried everything they could. Oh, well, he smoked weed. And that boy went to get him some iced tea and some candy. And he was walking in his own neighborhood. But they will try everything. And that's why a lot of us out here don't trust the American news media, because y'all will go and really try your best to invalidate Black life whenever there is an opportunity or a time where we should be seen validly as the victims in these scenarios. You will try to invalidate that at every turn, and it's honestly sickening.
Yeah. And I like I said, I'm not letting Kevin Hart off the hook, right? He's
No.
part of the problem. When you minimize, I understand that you went to the funeral. I understand that you did a personal phone call to George Floyd's family. I don't give a damn about that.
Don't nobody care.
Because publicly, you know, it was a joke. It was a distasteful joke, but it was a joke. No. It was
you
more
cut
than
other
that.
things. Why didn't you cut that?
Exactly.
Why was Tony invited in the first place?
Well, it's a roast. He does roast.
He was the Kevin Hart was the executive producer.
Yeah. It was his production company.
It's his it was Heartbeat Production.
Yeah.
He don't get a pass.
No, you're right.
You know, he's usually involved in roast. After his showing at that Trump rally,
yeah,
he's banned. I'm sorry, he's banned. Like, what are y'all talking about?
Yeah.
And then for him to tell that joke, you've cut other things, but you didn't cut that. That's a choice. That's a choice because you thought it was funny. And then you looked around and wasn't nobody laughing. And now you're trying to distance yourself from it instead of taking accountability. But that's not anything new for Kevin Hart. That man runs from accountability like he's running from a tiny dog.
Maybe he just can't see
stand up.
Yeah, maybe he just can't see it.
He'll run from a little dog. Yeah. But like, no, he can see it because
he's short. Maybe he can't see accountability.
Probably.
Yeah. You know.
Accountability is you got to be able to see over the counter.
Is that what it is?
Yep.
Okay.
I guess you got to be this tall to ride that ride. But I mean, that's not to me is not surprising at all.
Yeah.
That man books it when he sees accountability coming.
But Jay, guess what?
What's up?
Here's the uncomfortable part people don't want to talk about.
Tell me.
A moment of silence is supposed to honor somebody. It's supposed to say, this person deserves reflection. This person deserves reverence. This person deserves public sympathy. So when you give it to Derek, you're not just making a procedural mistake. You're making a moral statement. George Floyd is dead. Derek is alive. George Floyd was the victim. Derek was convicted. And yet somehow, 6 years later, people are still trying to flip the victim and the villain like America didn't watch the video with its own eyes. That's why people get angry at the jokes. That's why people get angry at the political gestures. Because it's never just one comment, one vote, one moment of silence. It is a constant reminder that some people are more committed to protecting the symbolism of authority rather than they are respecting the reality of Black pain. And it's not just about politics. It's about decency. Now, Jay, after all that heaviness, we needed to cleanse the palate a little bit. Because we're going from disrespectful silence to a universal respect. And we're going to be talking goats. And that's next. All right, Jay. For this last segment, like I said, we're gonna raise it up. I was a little heated. I saw something. It's been in my algorithm, and I've seen it probably 100 times.
Okay.
And it's Denzel Washington at a Laker game. It's actually at Crypto Arena, so I guess they were playing the Clippers.
Okay.
But it's still in LA or the equivalent or wherever it is, right?
Yeah. This is in California somewhere.
Denzel, while both teams are warming up, they're on the court shooting their warm-up shots, right? He gets out of his seat. He crosses the court. He walks over to LeBron James. LeBron is stretching, doesn't realize what it is. He looks kind of dumbfounded and then sees his Denzel. They dap each other up, give each other a hug. Denzel walks back to his seat and sits down. Not a security guard, not a player. Stop Denzel. That's how much he is revered and loved. That he can walk across, right? That he can walk across the court, and just go dap up LeBron James. And LeBron James, who is globally known, will still be in his presence. Like, whoo, that's Denzel Washington.
Because it's Denzel Washington,
right?
Yes.
So it got me thinking. Past or present, how many people have that type of universal love and cachet and respect?
Not
the
a
GOAT
lot.
Debate, the greatest of all time. Obviously, Denzel's in that category because he just proved it. But I'm going to just throw out a couple of names at you, both dead and alive, that I think could fit this as well.
Okay.
Now, I thought long and hard about this, and I wanted to throw Barack Obama in there. But we can't because Barack Obama is the reason why Donald Trump is in office. He's got so much hate that even those people that hate him can't even give respect. So he's a GOAT to me, but he's not a universal GOAT. He's just not.
I disagree. I don't think it's his fault.
I didn't say it was his fault. The conversation is that they have universal respect. They transcend the lane, their gift, their talent that they're in. They transcend generation. They transcend politics. They transcend beef, and they are just respected. And Obama is like almost there, but he doesn't crack that list because he's got so much hate towards him that they elected Donald Trump. But we're not going to get into that.
However, I would agree that Barack Obama is not the GOAT because
one of the GOATs. This is like a top 5 list.
Right. Like I wouldn't believe, I agree that he does not have GOAT status because I don't know. So it was important because he was the first Black president. I don't know if he transcended his lane because president is a pretty big lane.
He is a celebrity now too. Like,
yes, Michelle Obama.
Nope. She has a lot of hate too.
So being the GOAT doesn't mean that you are not hated or disrespected.
Okay. That's true.
That you can be the GOAT and still be hated or disrespected.
True.
Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. GOAT.
Not at that time. He is,
but hated
now.
And disrespected. Huh? No, he was the GOAT then. That was a young man doing.
He wasn't the GOAT then.
Amazing things and honestly transcended.
But he wasn't respected. There was a certain group of people.
Absolutely respected.
I didn't say that right. There was a certain group of population that did not respect him. That didn't even acknowledge his greatness.
Yeah, because the world is full of haters.
Right. So the conversation is about GOAT. Denzel everybody, he walks in the room, there's immediate respect and love. And I really think politicians and activists can't be put in this category because they upset the balance so much. It's really just celebrities, entertainers that could fit into this when I did my list. And it's people universally, Tom Hanks.
I think beloved is different from greatest of all time. I think.
How is Tom Hanks not considered one of the greatest of all time in general? If Tom
Well,
Hanks walks into a restaurant, everybody stands, and they might even clap like they would Denzel.
because he's famous and beloved, but is he the
That's the point.
greatest of all time?
How many
I
Oscars has he? Like, my man is a hell of an actor.
That's another point. So, yes, I would say in terms of actors, the body of work that we have gotten from Denzel Washington absolutely qualifies him as greatest of all time status. But not everybody feels that way, because that man had to fight for his life to get recognition from the Academy. He should have won so many Oscars.
One, but he was always nominated. So there was respect there. They might not have wanted to give it to him, but they had to acknowledge how great he was. That's how he got the nominations. So
There
that
are times where he didn't get nominated and should have.
Oh, what times did he not get nominated? And he should. All right, just give me some people that you think this fits in. Beyonce?
Yes.
I don't think any. The only time where she had a little bit of backlash is when she came out with Lemonade.
And again, I feel like I don't want to confuse being beloved with being the greatest of all time. I don't even want to
understand what I'm
confuse
saying.
being respected for being the greatest of all time.
No, when we're talking about the greatest of all time, we're not talking about their individual talent. We're talking about the reverence, the respect that they have. The ability to get out of your seat, cross the court, tap LeBron James, and get a hug. There's only a certain amount of people that have that type of ability. Those are the greatest of all time. Beyonce, Denzel, Tom Hanks, Betty White.
I think it's more about their influence. When I think of people being transcendent.
Hold on, I just gave you another name, Betty White. Do you know how important she was to the civil rights movement back in the day? Betty White was hugely important and beloved throughout her entire career. So much so that when she died, it was damn near a national day of mourning.
I just think that's true. And don't nobody love Betty White like I love Betty White. So we're not even going to go there. I do.
Because it seemed like you was trying not to agree with me here.
I think we have different definitions of what a GOAT is.
Well, I gave you the definition. I gave you the parameters I gave you the parameters of which this game is being judged on.
Okay, so we're just talking about people who are beloved, and nobody is universally.
It's not just beloved. Look, they transcend their lane, they transcend what they do, they transcend their generation, they transcend politics, they transcend beef. Denzel is the pinnacle. Like, we could point to him and say he's a GOAT right now. You know who else might be a GOAT right now? Michael B. Jordan might be becoming a GOAT because of his influence. Look.
No, it's not that. I'm just disappointed in him lately.
Wow, what did he do lately?
No, it's not even a big deal. It's just like he's dating Khloe Kardashian right now, and I'm just
Are you sure?
Yeah, I saw pictures of them out holding hands and everything, and it's just
Lord.
Yikes. You know, so it's like, oh man, like he doesn't have to find his Michelle Obama, but like, can you look for her?
He did. He had her. She broke his heart.
Who you talking about? And I know it's not Lori Harvey.
Yes, Lori Harvey. I mean, she wasn't Michelle Obama, but
exactly.
He had that.
No, he had a very attractive young woman but I would not consider Lori Harvey.
Yes, she's not Michelle Obama. You're right. But I'm saying Michael B. Jordan
equal.
But Michael B. Jordan, look, the people were damn near in tears when he won both the awards, the Actors Awards and the Oscars.
Deserved them. Yes.
I mean, everybody was like, no. Even people that I talk to I talk to them because they're clients of mine. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, they're clients that are bigoted.
Yeah.
I don't say they're racist because they don't really have any power. That's the major difference. But they feed into white supremacy. So I don't care. Love Michael B. Jordan. They talk about Just Mercy and the movie where he was a soldier, and they talk about Rocky. Like
that was a couple movies.
Yeah, look, he could go from Wallace, he can go from the little kid in hardballs to Smoke and Stack. Universally loved. He's right underneath. He's underneath, let me be clear, but he's on that trajectory to being a Denzel. He can't cross the court just yet, but he's going to be there if he keeps going on the path that he's going.
I think he's well known enough that he could cross the court.
No, I think they're going to stop him. I
think he's well known enough that he could cross the court.
The only people that I think cross the court would be Denzel and Jack Nicholson.
Yeah.
I don't even know if Taylor Swift and Beyonce could truly cross the court.
Beyonce could cross the court. Beyonce could cross anything.
I don't know that.
Beyonce can cross it. There is no world in which Beyonce Knowles Carter is stopped.
All right, okay. So give me some of your goats, because I didn't give you a lot of mine.
I do believe that Michelle Obama has GOAT status. I believe that she took what it meant to be a first lady and, like Eleanor Roosevelt, elevated it, took it to the next level, has become beloved and respected in her own right for her mind, for who she is as a person, her character. I definitely think she's influential across generations. I definitely think that she's there.
All right, sure. So she could cross the court. Barack can also cross the court.
Yes, he's a former president.
Yeah, that isn't right. That's the reason why he could cross the court, right? Because he's so president. Okay. I just feel like there are people who don't respect her intelligence, and that's part of.
No, because they're racist and sexist.
Right.
At the same time.
I think that even racists will say Denzel Washington is a great actor.
I don't care about the opinions of racists, because
this is what I'm talking about. Universal. This is what I'm saying when I say GOAT is. But this is what I'm saying when I say universal. Like even your haters have to acknowledge. I mean, I don't like him. Like when like LeBron James. People say I'm a LeBron James hater. I'm not a LeBron James hater. I just think Michael Jordan is the greatest player of all time.
Yes, Michael Jordan is the GOAT.
Right. And I think that LeBron tries too hard to try to be the GOAT. And when you are something, you don't have to tell people what you are. I say that all the time.
Yes. But if Michael he's not, Jordan is transcended basketball.
Yeah. Yes, in ways that LeBron has not.
Right.
But I would say LeBron has been more impactful to cultural progression than Michael Jordan ever was. Not cultural impact, cultural progression. He's on the front lines they stopped playing when George Floyd was murdered.
I would also put like Dwayne Wade in there.
Yeah, I would, but he's not as big. He's not as well known as LeBron James.
Yeah.
Like he's not as. You got Rihanna at the game constantly yelling out LeBron James. Like it even was a lyric in a song. Like so it's not the same thing.
It's hard to rap Dwayne Wade. That's hard to.
But Michael Jordan is GOAT status, not just in basketball, but in life. He's somebody that could cross that court, and ain't
nobody gonna say nothing.
Ain't nobody gonna say anything. I'm trying to think of another athlete that could do that. There's probably a soccer player that I don't know about that could probably do it.
Yeah.
Maybe Messi.
Sure. Lionel Messi for sure. Cristiano Ronaldo, well known, like definitely. Yeah, definitely.
Who else could? I want to think of some more females, because you always accuse me. What about the females? And I got to think of some more females. That's tough though. Sorry, it is universally respected.
I would say, if we're talking about actors, that oh God,
Meryl
why am
Streep.
Meryl Streep. Yes,
Mhm.
Meryl Streep as GOAT status.
Meryl Streep is GOAT status, yeah.
The body of work that she's given, her acting itself is transcendent. Like her acting itself.
And people probably don't even know what her best movie is.
What is your opinion on her best movie?
You know what my favorite Meryl Streep movie is.
I don't.
The movie with my man Alan Brooks.
Oh, Defending Your Life. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Defending Your Life is my favorite Meryl Streep movie. And if y'all never seen it, just watch it. The concept of the movie is fantastic, but we're not going to detour. We're going to stay.
Mine is going to be Death Becomes Her, but okay. I feel Defending Your Life too. Yes, for sure. For sure.
I want to say Dave Chappelle might be GOAT status.
Certainly Eddie Murphy is.
Yes, Eddie Murphy. Okay, you're right. I chose the wrong comedian.
Eddie Murphy can absolutely cross any court.
He could. Matter of fact, I want to say that most people would cross the court to see him.
Yeah, he doesn't get up. He doesn't have to get up.
So the question becomes, if you see Denzel Washington sitting in the seat and you see Eddie Murphy sitting in the seat, and you're crossing over to the court to go shake one of their hands, who do you go to first?
That's an impossible question.
No, you don't.
No, that's an impossible question.
No, it's not impossible.
It is impossible.
I'm going to Eddie.
Here's the thing. I'm going to Denzel first. And the reason why is because I believe Eddie would go to Denzel.
No, Eddie wouldn't go to anybody. Eddie was sitting in his seat.
I believe Eddie would get up and go, and he wouldn't walk far. He wouldn't walk far. If Denzel was close, I think Eddie would go and say, "What's up" to Denzel. Honestly, I think they would get up and meet each other halfway. So it's kind of like, I don't know. I don't know.
I think I found one politician, but it didn't happen until the end of his life, that reached GOAT status, and that's Jimmy Carter. At the end of his life, even people that were completely against his politics said to themselves, I didn't agree with him on his politics, but that was a hell of a man that till he couldn't do it anymore was out there helping people. He might be the only politician that this country has ever at their death just been like, yeah, you know what? That was a good man. Respect.
Yeah.
So Jimmy Carter got to hit GOAT status.
Probably.
Yeah.
I can't think of nobody else.
Well, okay. So we done gone on and on. Just give me your top five, because I already gave you my top five. It's Denzel. Is Betty White. Is I put Eddie Murphy in there. I just now put Eddie Murphy in there. I put Jimmy Carter in there. And Beyonce. That's my top five.
So this is living or dead.
Living or dead.
GOAT status.
GOAT status.
Michael Jackson.
There are still people right now, because of this movie, that's talking about, well, what about the accusations?
Michael Jackson is the only person that I know who couldn't go to a Laker game.
You're right about that.
Everybody else.
You're right about that. You're right.
Sit there courtside.
I got to kick Eddie out, put Michael in. You're right.
Michael, he is that influential.
You're right.
Okay. GOAT status. Yeah, it's going to be Martin Luther King.
Okay.
The Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King, for sure. Obviously, a GOAT.
Now, in death, he became a GOAT.
Well, he was the GOAT in life. It's just whether or not
he wasn't recognized as the GOAT.
Everybody recognized it.
You're right.
But was in the reason he's the GOAT now and has been the GOAT and is in. First of all, if you in history books,
true. Well, there's a lot of people.
There's a lot of people in history books, but
Davison is in history books. So.
Right. There's a lot of people in history books, but when we think of civil rights,
you're right.
We think of the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King. So if we want to talk about celebrities living that reached GOAT status, in my mind,
or just anybody, they don't have to necessarily be celebrities.
Yeah, Denzel's on there. Meryl Streep is on there. Trying
Tom
to think
Hanks.
sports.
Uh,
Yeah, Tom Hanks is he's not in my top 5, but he's on the list
Michael Jordan is the biggest sports star, I think.
of all
Oh,
time.
nope. Muhammad Ali. But he didn't become a GOAT till he got sick. He was the GOAT, but he wasn't universally beloved until he got
Right,
sick. Yeah.
right.
But he's GOAT status as well. Look, we didn't change this top 5. We just gonna call it a top 10 and merge them together.
Yeah,
And maybe it's gonna end up being 12.
yeah.
So, but we
It's
had to
a
put
lot.
some more women in there. We ain't got enough women.
Serena Williams, to me, GOAT.
Okay, to you. not to
Because
me.
no, they could, first of all, not just an outstanding tennis player, but really changed the face of the game. Her and Venus changed the face of the game and who a tennis player could be and what they could look like and what a woman, a Black woman as a tennis player, how she could present as strong, as fierce.
I think
And
when she gets older
mhm,
and gets towards the end, she'll be beloved. She just talked about coming out of retirement and the hate that's coming out. That means she isn't celebrated. When Michael Jordan came back to the Wizards, people was like, man, why are you going to ruin that? But people still came out to come see him. Are people going to still
yeah,
come out to come see Serena? These are
yes,
my own arguments. That's it.
people are gonna come out to see Serena.
Okay, then where's Tiger in that?
Tiger, he lost me with the Kappa Kablasian thing. Like
Let him
we
acknowledge all the ethnicities that are inside of him.
okay, yeah, that's fine, but it's just like this is still America, my guy,
Yeah.
and you don't want people to see you as just a Black man, but this is America.
True, but
Race
I
is a
mean, but
construct.
not acknowledging his mother, like you don't want him to acknowledge his mother?
He's not the only biracial athlete out there.
No, he's surely not. Every Jalen in the NBA is biracial,
Yes.
except for Jalen Rose.
Naomi Osaka.
Yeah, let's
The
wrap
tennis
this up
player,
because
like,
this is going long. Just give me your tops right now. You got
that was it. That
MJ,
was my top.
you
Yeah.
got MJ, you got Martin Luther, you
Mm-hmm.
got Serena,
Mm-hmm.
you had Meryl Streep,
Michael Jordan was on there.
and you got Michael Jordan. That's your 5. So Denzel is not on there.
Denzel is on. That's what I'm saying. I don't. It's in no particular order for me. Like,
Well, that was 6 though. You gave me
once
6.
you hit, there was a person I just thought of and I lost it.
Well, that sounds about right.
I forgot about Nelson Mandela. Like, there's so many people.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know that I can narrow down to 5.
That's the reason why I said, ladies and gentlemen, I changed the top 5 to Bruce and Jay's top 15.
Infinity. Yeah.
What do y'all think? Y'all drop a line in the comment section and tell us what y'all think. But Jay, before I do my closing monologue about this particular segment, what do you want to tell the people about out there? I don't know what you're going to tell them about, but what do you want to just tell the people out there?
I don't know. I ain't got nothing.
You don't got nothing?
Yeah. I mean, listen, when we talk about the GOAT debate, I think because the acronym is like its own word that people forget it means greatest of all time.
Yeah.
And too many times people are throwing the word GOAT around for people who are mean a lot to you, and that's great. Like you have an affinity or respect or whatever for somebody, but that doesn't mean that this person has become an integral part of the culture, that they have had influence and impact, that they're the greatest of all time. Y'all are throwing that word, that acronym around too liberally.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
You're all right. But Jay, here's the uncomfortable part people don't want to talk about. Being great is not the same thing as being universally respected. Plenty of people are talented. Plenty of people are successful. Plenty of people have numbers, awards, money, influence, and fans. But universal respect is different. Universal respect means even people who do not like your lane still recognize your greatness. That's why Denzel's moment hits differently. That is him getting that kind of love. That means something. That's why certain names rise above debates, above errors, above algorithms, above my generation versus your generation. The real GOAT conversation is not just about stats. It's not about presence. It's about impact. It's about whether the culture pauses when you walk in. Because the highest level of greatness is not when the fans defend you. It's when even the haters have to stand still and acknowledge you. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for listening. I want to thank you for watching. And until next time, as always, I'll holla. Woo! That was a hell of a show. Thank you for rocking with us here on Unsolicited Perspectives with Bruce Anthony. Now, before you go, don't forget to follow, subscribe, like, comment, and share our podcast wherever you're listening or watching it to it. Pass it along to your friends. If you enjoy it, that means the people that you rock will enjoy it also. So share the wealth, share the knowledge, share the noise. And for all those people that say, well, I don't have a YouTube. If you have a Gmail account, you have a YouTube, subscribe to our YouTube channel where you can actually watch our video podcast and YouTube exclusive content. But the real party is on our Patreon page, After Hours Uncensored and Talking Straight-ish. After Hours Uncensored is another show with my sister. And once again, the key word there is uncensored. Those are exclusively on our Patreon page. Jump onto our website at unsolicitedperspective.com for all things us. That's where you can get all of our audio, video, our blogs, and even buy our merch. And if you really feel generous and want to help us out, you can donate on our donations page. Donations go strictly to improving our software and hardware so we can keep giving you guys good content that you can clearly listen to and that you can clearly see. So any donation would be appreciative. Most importantly, I want to say thank you for listening and watching and supporting us. And I'll catch you next time. Audi 5000. Peace.